Good morning. Today we will start with heat conduction equation. One-dimensional heat conduction equation. Consider a heat conduction through a large plane wall, such as the wall of a house, the glass of a single pane window. We take example here, that is one-dimensional heat conduction through a volume element in a large plane wall. So this thin element of thickness del x in a large plane wall. Assume the density of the wall is rho, the specific heat C, and the area of the wall normal to the direction of heat transfer is A. Energy balance on this thin element during a small time interval del t can be expressed as this Qx is your rate of heat conduction at x. Qx plus del x is the rate of heat conduction at x plus del x plus rate of heat generation inside this element is equal to rate of change of energy content of the element, which is equal to q dot x minus qx plus del x plus this is energy generation in the element is equal to change in the energy of the element with the time. Now this del E is equal to energy at time t plus del t and energy at time t, and the difference of this is your change in energy of the element, which is equal to mc into temperature difference. Now put the value of mass, which is density into area into del x. G element is equal to G dot V element, where G dot is the constant rate of heat generation per unit volume. Put the value of del E element, this in this equation, you will get this equation here. Divide by area and del x, you will get this equation. From the definition of derivative and Fourier's law of heat conduction, if you take the limit of this element del x tend to 0, it will be del q by del x is equal to, put the value of q dot, which is Fourier's law, minus k del t by del x. Replace this value in this equation, you will get this equation. So here A is the area. So one-dimensional transient heat conduction equation in plane wall becomes this one. The thermoconductivity of the material in general depends on the temperature T. K is dependent on T, and thus it cannot be taken out of derivative. However, thermoconductivity in most practical applications can be assumed to remain constant at some average value. So you can take this K out of the derivative and you can take the K in the denominator side. This is equation for your constant thermoconductivity, where alpha is your thermal diffusivity of the material. So this is your general one-dimensional conduction equation. Now if there is no heat generation, this component will become equal to 0. In case of steady state, this component will 0. You will get this equation, that is steady one-dimensional equation. Heat conduction equation in a long cylinder. So this is one-dimensional heat conduction through a Wally element in a cylinder. So this is the element which we had selected. So heat will transfer from the center to the radial outward direction. Assume the density of cylinder is rho, the specific heat is C, and the length is L. The area of the cylinder normal to the direction of heat transfer at any location. So if you take this area, which is 2 pi RL, where R is the value of radius at that location. Note that the heat transfer area A depends on R in this case, and thus it varies with location. The energy balance on this thin cylindrical shell element, this, during a small time interval del can be expressed as rate of heat conduction at R minus rate of heat conduction as R plus del R plus rate of heat generation inside the element is equal to rate of change of the energy content of the element, which is this in this case. Now put the value of del element, which is mCp del T. Heat generation in this element is G dot into V element, where volume is area into del R. You will get this equation here. Take the limit of the equation. Now you can also take area at the middle of the element using the average radius, which is A is equal to 2 pi R plus del R by 2. Means you can take the midpoint of this cylindrical element, but it will complex your calculations. So we will consider this is your area into del R, which is the volume of element. So taking the limit del R tends to 0 and del T tends to 0, we will get again this will become del Q by del R, where Q is you can take from the Fourier law, which is minus K del T by del R for one dimensional. Replace this value in this here, you will get this equation. So this is your equation for variable conductivity. If conductivity is constant, you can take K out of this bracket and differential, you will get this equation. This is for constant conductivity. Alpha is the thermal diffusivity. So when the equation is a steady state, this term become equal to 0. You will get this equation here. For transient, no heat generation, this term becomes 0, heat generation is 0. This component will become 0 and you will get this equation. And steady state, no heat generation, both terms will become 0. This term and this term will become 0. You will get this equation. You can also write this term d by dr or dt by dr in this form. That is equivalent alternative form for this term. If you take the derivative of r by keeping this constant and take the derivative of this element by keeping this constant, you will get this equation here. You can replace here in three equations. Heat conduction equation in a sphere. Now take this sphere element, one dimensional heat conduction through a volume element in a sphere. So this is radius r, this is r plus del r, and this is the outer surface radius, that is r. Heat is transferred in the radial outward direction. The area of the sphere normal to the direction of heat transfer at any location is area is equal to 4 pi r square, where r is the value of the radius at that location. Note that the heat transfer area A depends on r in this case also, thus it varies with location. So by replacing the area in case of cylindrical equation A, this area for heat conduction equation in a long cylinder with the area in case of sphere, which is 4 pi r square, we will get this equation, which is with the variable thermal conductivity. If you take K outside of this equation, you will get constant thermal conductivity heat conduction equation in case of sphere. So compiling for steady state, this term becomes equal to 0. For no heat generation, this term equal to 0. And for steady state with no heat generation, these two terms will become equal to 0 and you will get this equation here. Or you can write in this form. You can see in this equation for cylinder, there is only difference of this r power, which is 1 by r here in case of cylindrical and r square in case of sphere. So this is your combined one dimensional heat conduction equation, where in this equation n is equal to 0 for plane wall, n is equal to 1 for cylinder, and n is equal to 2 for sphere. So this is combined one dimensional heat conduction equation, general heat conduction equation. In the last section we considered one dimensional heat conduction and assumed heat conduction in other direction to be negligible. Most heat transfer problems encountered in practice can be approximated as being one dimensional, and we will mostly deal with such problems. However, this is not always the case, and sometimes we need to consider heat transfer in other directions as well. So in such case, heat conduction is said to be multidimensional. Consider a small rectangular element of length del x, width del y and height del z as shown in figure. Assume the density of element is rho and specificity is C. The energy balance on this element during a small time interval del t can be expressed as rate of heat conduction at xyz minus rate of heat conduction at x plus del x, y plus del y and z plus del z plus rate of heat generation is equal to rate of change of energy content of the element. Means whatever heat is into the system, that is Qx, Qy, Qz from this direction, and whatever out, that is Qx plus del x, Qy plus del y, Qz plus del z. So this is your heat transfer from x, y and z, and this is heat going out from x plus del x, and respectively this is your heat generation, this is your rate change of energy content of the element. Now volume of this element is del x into del y into del z, which is here. So now rate of change of energy content of element is equal to E at t plus del t and energy at time t, which is equal to mc del t. Instead of m, you can replace with the volume and density. You will get this equation, and generation element will become g dot into del x del y del z, where this term is your volume. You will get this equation here. Divide this equation by del x del y del z. Now this term which is here, instead of here you can write del x del qx by del x. The equation becomes this. Now this qx heat is in the direction of x, which is perpendicular to this area del y and del z. During the analysis of this heat transfer qx, you will take this area which is perpendicular to the direction of heat transfer, this area which is del y into del y. So this is your Fourier law, which is k into area which is del y del z perpendicular to heat flow. So you will get this term here. Now replace this equation here for this element, and same you can calculate for other elements. This equation for you can replace for y here. This equation you can place here. The energy equation will become this. If the thermal conductivity is constant, you can take k out of the derivative and you will get this equation here, where alpha is the thermal diffusivity of the material. So this equation is called Fourier-Biot equation. By eliminating these two terms, you can obtain the equation for one-dimensional heat transfer. Again, if your steady state, this term will become 0. If there is no heat generation, this term will become 0. And if both are absent, your equation will become this: no heat generation and steady state. This is called your Laplace equation. So this is general heat conduction equation in rectangular coordinate system. Like this video, subscribe this channel, and thank you for watching this video.